Hello and welcome to Midlands Motorbikers' first ever live stream with myself. I'm obviously, where's it gone? There it is, James Ricardo from Midlands Motorbikers, and we've got two guests with us tonight. Both are members of the group, which is fantastic, and they're also motorbike vloggers as well with their own YouTube channels. So what I'll do, I'll bring them in just a second, and we will obviously give them a chance to have an introduction of themselves and tell us a bit about them as well. So as you've already probably seen, we have, and I'll do it in alphabetical order, otherwise they'll choose favoritism. We'll bring in Bill first. Hello, Bill.
Oh,
there he is. How you doing, buddy? You all right?
Dream.
All right, mate. All right.
All right.
And we've also got Steve. Here he comes. Drum roll, please. There he is. How you doing, Steve?
How do you guys? Yeah, not bad yourself.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much for joining us. So, Bill, first of all, who are you? Where'd you come from? What do you ride? What you wearing?
So obviously I'm Bill, YouTube channel for Kinsey, ride a Honda Fireblade, and I'm from Warwickshire. I've been riding about 12, 13 years now, so
awesome.
Loving every minute of it.
Yeah, we do, don't we? It's crazy how quick it all goes. Is it just the Fireblade you've got now?
Yeah, I've just got the Fireblade at the minute.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a little pin there coming up somewhere. Okay, and then Steve, tell us about yourself.
Name's Steve. Got a YouTube channel called Wheels. Started off just as myself with the wife on the back. That's now progressed to her having her own bike as well. And we're just introducing our youngest son into biking.
Yes, saw that as well. He's got his own little. Is it his own channel or is he doing his own videos?
His own channel, yeah.
Smart, keep it in the family.
We'll get in videos soon.
But yes, okay, brilliant, boys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. So obviously tonight, it's
we didn't have a choice. You held us at gunpoint.
Shut your face. Shut your face. Post anyway. No, so the whole point of tonight is we're kind of winging it, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's our first live stream. It's a chance for us to, have a chat, see what's going on, but also to discuss a few other things about our channels, our bike life, and any other questions that people may have. Obviously, if you're watching, please make sure you check out the guys' channels. Bill, what's yours? Say it out loud.
Just Bill Kinsey. That's all we have to find. Bill Kinsey, I'll pop up.
Yeah, and then Steve, what's yours?
Wheels.
Yeah, I think you've got it there at the bottom, so that's fantastic. So guys, if you're watching, please make sure you type that into YouTube, click on that big subscribe button and check out the videos. There's some really good content from both the boys. It's what kind of got me into it, if I'm being honest with you. It was you two that really kind of progressed and pushed me into it. I was doing it for a laugh to start with, but you two have actually pushed me on to the next level, so thank you to that. Right, so blimey, we've already got comments coming in. We've got one from Peaky Paul. Evening all. Hi Steve, listening in.
Evening.
Evening. Here we've got the DNA Dane. Look at that. Look at this fancy little logo as well. I don't know, but I love it. He subscribed, so that's fantastic. No, actually he said he subbed. There's a bit of a difference between subscribing and subbing, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And of course, we've got Motovlog UK. Did someone say there would be cake? Yeah, we ate it. So there we go. So right, first of all, how did we get into motorbikes? That's probably a good conversation starter and really one way to break the ice. Go on, Bill. We'll start with you. How did you get into bikes? What was your first introduction?
Mine was actually quite interesting. So basically, when I was younger, I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. Yep. And my uncle came round on a Aprilia RS 125 with 2 strokes.
Nice.
And I never even paid any attention to bikes at this point. I've never even had any interest in them. Okay. And I seen this thing coming down the road, smoking its tits off in the background, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want to go." I don't know how. I would have been about 7 or 8, around that sort of age.
Okay.
Basically, my dad let me go on the back up and down the road, and at that point, I was hooked. Literally, that was it. Then I was like, motorbikes. Mum, can I have a motorbike? Mum, can I have a motorbike?
No way. So it was instant for you. It was literally as soon as you saw it, you heard it, you smelt it.
You heard it, and the smoke and the smell. That was it. I was hooked. But unfortunately, obviously, I come from not a wealthy family or anything, so I could never have him growing up. Okay. I was at school. I never, some kids, they have the pit bikes and mini motos and that.
Yeah.
obviously I never had any of that. So I left home at 16.
Wow.
And obviously I went to work with horses, what I do now. And the second I left home, that was it. I was like, right, Facebook Marketplace. And my first ever motorcycle was a Honda NSF 125 two-stroke. And obviously at the time I didn't have much money. And I had a PlayStation 3 at the time. And I swapped the PlayStation 3 for this Honda NSF 125. Literally just a straight swap. And that was the best, that was the best thing ever. Granted, I didn't know how to ride it or what was what on it. I was 16, didn't have my CBT or anything at the time. I was like, I've got a motorbike. How the hell do I get on it? And how do I ride it? And it was the most ropiest thing that you'll ever see. Gas tank, there's duct tape at the bottom of the gas tank. The petrol tap used to just flood out with petrol all the time. But it was brilliant. And then we had a lad called Vassal. He was a lot older than me at the time. And he had obviously rode bikes like back in the day. And he chucked us on the back of my own bike, took us onto this field where we was at work. Not on the road, on a field, on a road bike. And I was like, right, this is your clutch. You pull this in, you let that go, give it some gas. So we was doing all this on the field. And I swear to God, it was like this going across the field. But that was it then. That was the best experience. And then I had that for about a year then, just messing around. And then that's when I learned I could get finance from the dealership.
Oh, dear.
And then I went and bought a Yamaha YZF R125.
Yes, great bike.
I had one of those for about 4 or 5 years. And then obviously went ahead, did my direct access big license. And then obviously I got the bikes that I've got present. But that's what got me into bikes in the first place, kind of thing. And how I started riding them.
Bloody hell. And it's been downhill ever since for you, is it? So, no. That's actually quite interesting. Yeah, that's quite interesting because if anything, it's very different for everyone. Their experiences with bikes. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's a bit of everything. To be honest with you, go on, Steve. What about yourself? What got you into bikes?
I can't remember a time that I wasn't interested in bikes. I had my first accident when I was 18 months old, and I was climbing on my dad's Honda Cub that he'd parked up in the back garden, and the bike fell on top of me and broke my leg.
Right. So not a positive first experience.
No, not a positive one. And then I don't know. Can you remember the? I think you can still get them now. The kids' bikes where there's a little button on the pedal and you press it and you go round. Like kids have them on quad bikes.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go anywhere without that. So obviously that was the start of my journey. And then I wasn't actually allowed 2 wheels until I hit 16. Yeah. My mum and dad both hated the idea of it.
Really?
Yeah.
So on my 16th birthday, I did my CBT and I had a little 50cc Yamaha Neo.
Right. Yeah.
Little hairdryer.
No, hairdryers have got more power.
I think they had, yeah. Well, it had a sports exhaust on it.
Oh, that's all right then. It was a loud hairdryer.
A loud hairdryer. And the second I turned 17, traded that in and I got a Honda Varadero 125.
Nice.
Amazing bike. Completely different. V-twin. It was a 125. It did 80 mile an hour easily. Then my journey stopped though for a while because obviously I was 17, car license, that took priority. And I wasn't able to do my test until I was 24.
Okay.
So
quite late into it then.
Yeah. So then I think I was 24, 25. I was like, right, enough's enough. That's straight through. And then I went on to a GSXR 600, the K2 version.
Yes.
No rider aids, nothing, just throttle and brake. I had that
for, in my opinion, personally.
Pardon?
I said that's all what you want, in my opinion, on sports bikes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
But I was using that to commute to Tidworth. So it was 2.5 hours of just 2.5 hours of motorway riding, and it absolutely crippled. So it's put me off sports bikes. Don't want a sports bike again.
Okay. We'll come to that in a minute because there's always that debate between the different styles of bikes and everything. And Bill's already got a bloody smile on his face. Oh, I love my bike.
He's obviously never rode a adventure bike, has he?
tractor.
No, to be fair, he's rode quite a few bikes, but right, hang on, before we get carried away, there is a few questions coming in. It's a lot of it is so focused around you, Steve. So first one is the peak massive or is your head small? I think it's just the head, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I think it's the head. I've got a small head. So the wife says anyway.
And well, I think actually someone you may know has a question as well there for you. Who's the better rider, you or your amazing wife?
When you find her, let me know.
Yeah, what the amazing rider. Right, okay, so blimey, what got me into bikes? Believe it or not, I actually was not into bikes at all when I was younger. I've done a complete 180. I was cars. Yes, I did the typical thing of having a scooter and all that. As my first kind of rebellious stage of, I want to get a machine, I want to get around places. And I had a Peugeot Speed Fight 2, bright yellow. It went 0 to 60. In fact, no, it didn't. It went 0 to 35. That was about it, I think. And that was it. And then I had a big break, exactly the same as you. I got my car license and things. And then I decided, I actually do start liking bikes. And everyone's got this image in their head of what the perfect bike is. And at the time, mine was this bright green Kawasaki Ninja. It was on the BSB or the tracks at the time, and it was the one that I just focused all my attention on. Oh, this is the bike to have. Looked at doing my tests and stuff, and it's so expensive. I had no idea how much it was, and the training involved in it and all that sort of thing. But I did it. My partner at the time pushed me and gave me a really big push, which I was really, really grateful for, and got my license, got my first bike. I actually got my bike before I got my license as like an incentive, which was dangerous because I really wanted to ride it. That was my first big boy bike was a Honda CBR 600F, lovely bike. And then I followed down the sports bike route, which was amazing. What can I say? I loved at the time the sports bike and the kind of, let's be honest, the sex appeal that goes with a sports bike. They're gorgeous looking bikes. They're loud. They're obnoxious, all that sort of thing. And I stayed with it for so long, and I upgraded from the CBR 600 to a CBR 1000, the Fireblade, and then the next Fireblade after that, the brand spanking new one. But it got to a point, and I don't know I think obviously Steve's found this, and Bill, you may find this as well. Bikes became more than just like a weekend thing for me. They started evolving, and I started meeting lots more people, and of course we started Midlands Motorbikers, and meeting all these people was amazing. And so what we did, or what I started to realize is biking is more about less about the bike and more about the community and all that sort of thing, which is amazing. Yeah. And I started to want to do more and more with the bike. So just going for a blast is one thing, and it's great on I would say a nice sunny day, but it's disgusting outside at the moment. Yeah. And I wanted to go further, I wanted to tour, I wanted to look at motorbike camping, that sort of thing. And of course, the Fireblade was great for track days, for speed, but not for the other side of things. Mm-hmm. So I started looking for a bike that could tick all the boxes and do all that sort of thing. And funny enough, I was talking with you guys a second ago. I didn't want an adventure bike. Nope. And I did not want a bike that was anything that resembled or looked like or even was a BMW GS 1200. Yeah, we all know how that one worked out. I test rode loads of bikes. I was very close to getting the Africa Twin from what he rides right now. Amazing bike. And I test rode loads of other bikes. But when I did find the bike I wanted, which was obviously the GS 1200 at the time, fell in love with it. It was absolutely perfect for me, my body shape, my riding style, and it did all the things as well, which is great. But there is a part of me that does miss sports bikes a little bit. I'm not going to lie. There is something about them that I miss. What are you? You're going to write GS on your mug, aren't you? You twat. Can I get one of them? That'd be great, actually. But yeah, no, I've obviously got access to the off-road bike I have at the moment, which is great fun. And Bill, you've obviously had a go at that. Steve, yeah, you bought your bike off-road as well, didn't you?
I did, yeah. You took me off-road, and then
I
you decided
that video, trying to get it through the bloody tight trees.
That wasn't my fault.
The twin was bigger than the actual.
Yeah, follow me, Steve. Come through here. Okay,
I got through.
Let's go through here.
I got through.
I got now to write on the cup.
Yeah, that's
he's just been told off. Look. Where is she? Bring her in. Bring her in. Come on. Where is she?
You're being summoned. Come on. Come on. Come on.
We can hear you.
Oh, she's being shy. Look.
She works from home on a Tuesday, so she hasn't actually got out of her pajamas today.
Oh, even better. Bring her in. Come on, that's fine. No.
Oh, here she is.
Go on. Where is she? Hey! How you doing?
Hi.
You all right? You been out on your bike much?
Yeah, I can't hear him, you dickhead.
Oh, brilliant.
I can now.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, really good. You been out on your bike much?
No, Steve's been out more than I have.
You should be sharing it. You should be sharing
Because
it.
when we have the kids, you know, mummy dear looks after them. Daddy dear goes out on the bike.
You're going out Sunday, so it's okay.
We're not going to get involved in any domestics and things.
Yeah.
With you. You sound so disappointed yet with you.
No, but it's like you're going out Sunday, it's fine. Yeah, I'm going out with you. So you're not exactly missing out, are you?
I reckon you should stay at home. You should volunteer to stay at home.
Yeah, I think you should.
Well, I was working on my bike Saturday. No, was it Saturday or was it Friday? And I said,
I don't know.
no, it was Friday. I come home from work, bank holiday. I said, do you go out for a ride? No, I don't want to.
I didn't want to go out on my own.
Well, listen, there's
what
plenty of
kind
people.
Larry Loner?
I like
You
going out.
sound domestic.
I
Next
am no
time-
Larry Loner.
We'll put a shout out on the chat in a second. We'll see how many people will take you out for a ride. I bet you'll get hundreds. In fact, if
Are we
anyone
talking on the bike? Yeah, we are talking on the bike. Yeah.
listen, whatever
Moisty,
extracurricular activities you get involved with is fine. You know, that's fine.
Guaranteed, I knew exactly Moisty would be like commenting on that one.
Loves
I'd
it.
go out with
Loves a bit of
Moisty for a
moist.
ride any day.
I know you
Right,
would.
I'm going to
Alright,
carry on
give
with my program. Bye bye.
You go watch your married at thing. Bye, Kay.
Oh,
She's lovely, really.
You've got to say that. You're on live. Okay, so yeah, that's bikes and kind of where we are at the moment. And it's just the one bike you've got at the moment, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, well, yeah. Technically, we've got the two. We've got the Africa Twin and we've got the Rebel.
Okay, and you ride the Rebel as well?
When she allows me to.
It's a good bike, isn't it?
That's weird though, isn't it? Going from a massive like Africa Twin right down to that sort of.
Yeah, so exactly the same as James. We brought the bike before she passed the test.
Yeah.
So I'm just
And
reading that comment from Moist.
we had to. You dirty old man. But yeah, we couldn't get the delivery arranged till we had to pick the bike up before she passed the test.
Yeah.
So we had to go there, and I was the first person to ride it back home. And we got, I'm not going to lie, we got an absolutely amazing deal on the bike. It already had a load of added extras and 600 miles on the clock. It had only just been running.
Wow.
So, but yeah, the front tyres like that fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible in my opinion. Going from the Twin to that,
It is a very different bike. I mean, you've got the Twin's got the Africa Twin's got the 21-inch front wheel, isn't it?
yeah, 21
Which is huge. I bet finding tyres is a ball ache for that, isn't it?
It can be, yeah, because a lot of the places now they don't do it in just normal tyres. It's metric sizes, and
Yeah.
it's all,
Weird.
because it's more off-road orientated. It's all off-road sizes.
Yes, that makes sense.
But on that note, I am hoping to hear back from Dunlop very, very soon. Hopefully.
Yes, interesting.
Very well, yeah. I'm still waiting to hear back, but hopefully they're going to be very kind.
Let me know, because I've got a very good friend at Dunlop as well.
Okay.
So we could maybe sort something out with you. We'll discuss that off in the green room. Oh, for God's sake! You could tell you've got a few friends of yours watching the channel tonight. Look at this.
I haven't got any
You pay for
friends.
us to say. Do you know what? They're all a great bunch of lads, and I love every single one of them.
They love you and your missus by the look of things, mate. So that's always
And
good.
Rich, if you want to take her off my hands, it's free of charge.
You're going to pay them, I think, aren't you? That's the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
Right, boys. Here's one for you. What made you want to get into actually going from just riding your bike to recording it and sharing your adventures with the big bad world?
Me personally, I don't even know. I literally just picked up the GoPro one day and was just like, I'm going to film a ride. No, actually, I'll tell you when I first started, it was an oil change on my Gixxer 750.
Right.
There wasn't many videos of that sort of stuff being done at the time. Like there was the odd one or two. So I thought, oh, you know what, I'll do my own little video of it. Looking back now, that video is terrible. And The Simpsons, you know, Sideshow Bob with his hair like out here somewhere like that.
Why do you think I'm wearing the hat?
Yeah. And I did it in like at work. We've got this little spa, and it's like a metal shed basically. And I started the bike up in there, and oh my god, the echoes on that video, it is horrendous. But yeah, anyway, I posted that video online, and then a few people started like commented on that video saying, "Oh, cheers for that. That was actually like really helpful and really good." What was the torque? Because at the time I didn't like put the right torque. I didn't say the torque specs, you know, for like the sump plug and stuff like that. So people had commented on it. I was like, oh, this is actually a really good way to interact with other people.
Yep.
Like,
Massively so.
I'm sort of like, I haven't got the most confidence like outside of motorcycles, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't go to the pub and just start chatting to a load of random people.
No.
So for me, with the YouTube, I was getting to know people and sort of talking to different people. Like I never thought I'd do like live streams like this or anything like that, just chatting to everyone kind of thing. So yeah, obviously I posted that video and I was like, oh, that's actually quite cool, that is. Then I'll go for a little ride on the Jigsaw. Posted that one out there, and the same again, people are starting to comment, and I got like 1 or 2 subscribers, and then that was it then. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. And then just started recording my rides kind of thing. That was what got me into it.
That's interesting. So you had the GoPro before, obviously.
Yeah, I had.
What did you have it for? What were you doing with the GoPro before you started recording things?
I literally just bought it off Facebook. I was like, oh, that's cool. Buy it, chucked it in the drawer, and left it for like a year. Not thought anything of it. Like I see a gadget and I buy it after. Yeah, that looks good. That does. But then half the time I won't actually use it. And then I thought, right, I'll record me doing the oil change and whatnot, and then that was it.
It was a complete fluke. You just kind of thought, sod it, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I had no intention of obviously like vlogging, like in general motovlogging. I didn't think anything of it. I never used to watch other motovloggers.
No.
Until people started commenting on the videos. And then that's when I started looking for other channels. And then I think the first ever like proper channel I seen was the Mr. Flyer.
Yep.
And he does like loads of bike reviews and all stuff like that. And then I was like trying to watch his videos to see how he does it and just sort of like try not copy his style, but just like
take hints from it and
sort of, and go from there. And then it just evolved from there kind of thing. Just carried on doing it. I've been at it 2 years now, I'd say.
At least
2 years. So, but no,
that's brilliant. It's amazing how this little seed that you start with has grown to what it is now, and you've got a pretty successful channel now, Bill. I'll be honest with you, have, and I do watch your videos, and you do make me laugh in pretty much every single one of them. The way you explain things or do things, and it's great because it's you, it's your character, and it brings your passion across in what you do, and it is great, and that's what people want. They want to be able to see the real people,
the real person. I
don't know about you, but I see so many different YouTube channels that have they over exaggerate things. They do things that don't show the real who they are. They're doing it for the views. And I find that if you do it for the views, you're more like you're desperate. You're trying a bit too hard. I'm not going to say who.
In my opinion, you just burn out. Right.
Honestly, I think that is what may happen. But Steve, what about you? How did you start? Did you have a GoPro or a camera before, or is this what you visioned doing?
No. So I brought my first GoPro. Me and Kay went over to Ireland, and I brought a GoPro in the airport, and it was a Hero 7, and the thing didn't work.
Oh, brilliant! That's a good start.
Exactly. I was like, I'm never buying GoPro again. Blah blah blah. Then, as you mentioned earlier, my son, he's been going on and on and on about having a YouTube channel, and I never knew the platform. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know anything. So I was driving home one day,
Peaky biker,
and came up with a name. Obviously, my surname, it was a name that I used to get called in the army as well, Carts. It was just right, okay. And I thought, Carts Wheels, right, that's a name. So first thing I did, I was checked online. No one else had that name.
Good start,
And then, same as Bill, my first ever video was fitted. I've just seen someone comment actually on there saying, what camera do you use and how do you mount it to your helmet and stuff like that.
There you go.
So my first ever video was of me mounting the GoPro to my helmet, and I tell you what, it's the worst video I've ever. I watch it back now and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? It's still got the water print marks on the video, everything, because I didn't buy editing software. I didn't know any free editing software, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it just took off from there, really. Like, I've never been the type of person to say, I want thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. I want thousands of views. I do it. But Steve has OnlyFans too. I do have an OnlyFans, yes, but Fasty, it's only for you, mate.
Only Fasty.
Me, I'm all about the community more than anything. I love going out and riding with all these people that are here today. I love each and every single one of them. And that's what it's about for me. If I hadn't sorted out the channel, and if it wasn't actually for Fasty, I wouldn't have met any of these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So he was the first person that kind of influenced you into doing what you're doing now, so to speak?
Yeah, so I did that first ever video. And then about a week later, one of the lads that I served with committed suicide. And I made a video on it, saying, trying to raise awareness for mental health. And Fasty had actually already done a video along the lines of mental health. And he then got me in contact with other motor vloggers, and then the rest is history. So it's Fasty's fault, really.
Yeah. So cheers, Fasty. Thanks for that. Great. No, that's great, and it's great to have someone that does influence you, and it does kind of get you rolling on that sort of thing. So that's great. And Fasty, I think I've already subscribed to your channel, but if I've subscribed to that many people, I get they all just mix up nowadays. It's crazy. I need to actually set a day or two where I'll go through and watch it all. But yeah, I know. I need to. That's the problem now. There's so many subscribers out there. There's so many channels out there that to actually find time to watch them all, especially when some videos are brilliant, and they really are, but they're like 20 minutes, half an hour long. Yeah. You add all them up over, let's say you've got 20 subscribers, 20 channels that you like. Well, that's half your day gone, and I'd go through a few of these just watching these videos. So
I've got for me as well, though. I've got 2 set channels that I'll always watch when they post a new video.
Okay, yeah.
You've probably heard of Lamb Chops.
Yes.
They're like my 2 favorite. Like I will always go to watch a new video, and then like all the other channels, like the Peaky Biker, and obviously your 2s. Obviously, just scroll through, watch it, and then. But those 2, the Lamb Chops and Using, they're like my go-to.
They post quite a lot, don't they?
Yeah, because they're like 2 videos a week. But that's a lot of work. If you're posting 2 videos a week, that is a lot of work. No,
I know. Because you do, we do all our own editing ourselves now, don't we? I mean, Bill, I love some of your screenshots you put up of like work in progress, and you show us what you're doing, and it looks like, obviously you're midway through it, and it's just a mess of clips. It's like shit. And then you obviously get out with the final thing. What do you both use actually to edit? I know you've both got Mac, so what software do you use?
Mine is Movavi. I can't even pronounce it.
Brilliant. Which one do you
I got scammed.
Scammed. Yeah, I edit now with Premiere Pro.
Yes.
But I've only I've used that for the last year. But before, when I first started making videos, I just used a website called Movie Maker. Which I don't know if it's still free, but it was free at the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was brilliant. That was. I used that for the first year. But now I'm on Premiere Pro, so.
See, I just went on to the first one that I could find, and I paid for it. And I thought, right, I've paid for the year subscription now, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I've still got everything unlocked. I've never resubscribed to it or anything. I can still use it. So whilst I can do it, I'm going to use it. But I know there's plenty of free editing softwares out there.
Yeah,
you can spend thousands, on not just the actual software itself, but all your sound effects, your video effects, and all that sort of thing. You can make the channel what you want. Don't get me wrong. Some of the videos I've done some with Kira, as you know, and some of her editing skills are phenomenal, absolutely amazing. I love it. I love working with her, and some of the stuff that she produced for us is brilliant. But that's her job. She's a video and photographer sort of thing. But I find that you don't actually need them. If we really look at the basics of the video and take all the little fancy edits and things out, it doesn't necessarily matter. It's about us, who we are, and how we come across. If you as a person are quite, monotonal and boring and just staring into the camera as we talk. You turn off straight away, wouldn't you? No. Honestly, we all can be. Don't get me wrong, but Steve, when you get involved in something and you're passionate about something, you do. The one that always sticks in my head is when you did the Peaks challenge.
The
emotions over the videos, mate. You had me going. It was like Jesus Christ, because you put so much effort and time and that was you. That was raw you, and that was brilliant. And that's the sort of thing that people want to see you, which is brilliant. So yeah. Hang on, we've got a couple of questions coming in here. Here we go. Peaky, I'm going to say hello because I've not actually acknowledged you yet. I apologise. How are you? He says, what is the best vlog you think you have done on your own channel? Go on, Bill, you first.
Oh, geez, I'm on the spot here.
Yeah.
I don't really know, to be fair.
Brilliant. Probably that one with the Midlands motorbikers, if I remember correctly. That was good. Good link up there.
The camping one. I remember that one. I don't really know, to be fair. I just like all of them, like even my very, very old ones. I haven't really got like my best one, because like how I look at it is I just try and better the last video kind of thing.
Yes.
So like, yeah, I don't really know. Like I just like looking at the very first one and then looking at my last one and seeing the difference in like the editing styles and stuff like that, how it's evolved my video editing. But I haven't actually got like, I don't really know what is my best one kind of thing.
Okay. I mean, do you have one that's got the most amount of views? Is there one that kind of stands out?
Yeah, the one with the most amount of views is one of the old ones, and it was just a review on my Jigsaw. But it was nothing special. There was no fancy editing, and I barely did any cuts in it. It was literally just like 20 minutes rambling rubbish about the Jigsaw. But yeah, that's the one that's like done the best views for some reason. But yeah, I don't really know what my best one is, to be honest.
No, they're all crap, so it's fine. Steve, Mate, I'm joking.
Exactly the same. I don't have a favourite video. Obviously, the ones that have got the most amount of views obviously do better. But when you finish editing and you go back to it, you're not going to put something out there if you think it's crap.
No, of course not.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I think I've got 2 or 3 main videos that really stand out on my channel. Obviously, one of them was called By Dave, and that video just exploded for some reason. I think it might have just been the name that I used on it, but that was just, we were just fucking around on the bikes. We went down to Tinton Abbey for the day.
Great place.
Every straight road that we came to, Motovlog UK just decided to open his bike up and go. So it was just every 5 minutes I was just saying, bye, Dave. Bye, Dave. We've got little mini carts wants to come and say hello.
Oh, have we? We've got a celebrity in the building. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
There you go. Good. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing really good.
You are now officially YouTube famous. Say hello to all your fans. Say hello to everyone.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
He's a natural.
Honestly, yeah. Is that a Fortnite emote on your T-shirt?
Yeah, it's Take the L.
Legend.
I'm a real Fortnite fan.
I am as well, but we'll discuss that away from motorbikes because they'll probably have me, so we won't do that. You've got your own YouTube channel now, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah? What is it?
It's called CC Cam Fam.
CC Cam Fam. Steve, do us a favour, write it in the chat, mate, just so everyone can see. And guys, if you get a chance, subscribe to it. Have a look at it. There's some wicked videos coming out. He's going to be doing wheelies a bit quicker than Steve as well, which would be fantastic. And oh yeah, because you went on the back of the bike recently, didn't you?
Yep.
How was it? You enjoy it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Are you going to go out again then?
Many times.
Good lad. That's what I like to see. That is officially the next generation of bikers coming through here. Then that's good to see.
So you got all these comments there saying, "I'll do mini carts, moisty."
Oh my goodness.
Whose bike do you prefer, your dad's or your mum's?
My dad.
Oh,
good lad.
Oh, what about your
Fuck
dad?
You.
What about your dad's bike or my bike?
In front of your kid.
Yeah, in front of you. Yeah.
No, you didn't hear that. Don't worry.
My bike or James's bike? James?
Oh,
Yeah. Do you want this cup?
Brilliant.
Right. Go on.
Brilliant. Good seeing you, matey. Take care.
Say bye to everybody. Good lad. See what I got to put up with.
Yeah. There's one for us. I've just seen a comment come through now. Wait till he's pushed to have electric. That's the next generation of bikes, apparently.
No.
Yeah, I know. We'll come to that one later on.
I've got sorry, whilst we're on that, I've got a massive issue with electric cars and bikes. The first thing you get taught in school, what is it when you get taught about road safety?
Look left, look right.
Look,
listen,
see. Yeah,
Yep.
Look, listen, see. How many of these electric cars can you hear?
no.
They have changed it slightly, only at low speed though, which is interesting. I mean, obviously at high speed you hear the tyre noise and stuff as well, but at low speed they have this kind of whistle. I don't know if that's going to happen with the electric bikes. I generally don't know. So that'll be interesting.
I just think they need to put some sort of a sound on there. I can remember watching years and years and years ago. Can you remember Pimp My Ride?
Of course.
So they had like this soccer mum wagon and they put a load of speakers on the underside of the car and it made it sound like any sports car you could think of. Why can't they bring this out now just as there's an engine sound that's coming towards you? Because if you can't hear the cars, you're never going to hear the bikes.
No. There is this, obviously there's a thing that we've all been taught, and I'm sure a lot of people watching now are thinking the same thing, that the sound of a bike is quite unique, and the idea of loud pipes save lives or loud exhaust save lives, because I personally, and I'm the same as most bikers now, I would prefer someone to say,
you're a GS rider.
I prefer people to say, Jesus Christ, what's that coming down the road? What's that noise? Rather than, oh shit, what was that? That idea that they can hear you coming, and so they'll look out for you. Oh, what's this? James, did you see that electric bike at Food Stock Calf? I thought he stalled, but then he whizzed off like a milk float on acid. What a comment. That is amazing. Claire, that is amazing. There's no getting away from it that electric bikes, cars, they are going to be the future. To what extent, we don't know. My dad's got a hybrid car, and it is petrol and electric, and I still think hybrid or that mix is still the best way to go. But at the moment, personally, because I like going for a good day ride, the range is always going to be something that bugs me. And the fact that, in fact, someone has just said even the new adventure bike from Zero, it's only got 80 miles range.
Yeah, Bruce Teapot One did around the UK on it, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Did you watch that? Did you watch his?
Yeah, I did.
It was interesting, wasn't it? It was interesting to see.
Well, bear in mind, he's done it on the GSA, hasn't he? And he did it in about 72 hours.
Yes.
On the GSA. It took him, 5 days?
Yeah.
On the Zero bike. And he was averaging about 80 miles a charge.
Yeah.
I know a lot of sports bikes these days. I mean, Bill, what do you get out of yours? 100 miles?
It doesn't even have a freaking fuel gauge. I don't even know, but around that, around 100 miles.
Yeah, around. But it takes 5 minutes to fill it back up.
And then you're away again, yeah. That's the thing with electric, isn't it? You're stuck there then for about half an hour.
Yeah.
The thing about electric is it was never. Yes, okay. It's all about. And someone said here the woke society. Here we go. The woke society. Electric has always been the way for the future, the cleaner energy and that sort of thing. Is it purely clean? I don't know, because how they get the electric and all that sort of thing. But electric bikes at the moment, they're only designed as commuters. They're designed for those short, sharp trips, or 30, 40, 50 miles if you're commuting to work, or for the clean air zones and that sort of thing. The electricity, I think it will go to more hydrogen. I think that's going to be the way to go. I know Kawasaki have got a hydrogen bike coming out, which looks incredible. But it's all new technology. What the future is going to be, we don't know. Are they going to officially get rid of petrol or combustion engine bikes? I don't know. bloody hope not, because as
What
most
if
of
it's
us are
when in
saying,
our lifetime, personally.
well, it depends if we hit a bush or something. I don't know. It depends how soon our lifetime is going to be. Oh, hang on. We've got some comments coming in. Here we go. Hybrid surely is the answer. Wait until the government turn the electricity off and then we all have to stay at home.
Over 48 hours long on electric and nearly 400 quid extra.
400 quid extra in Costa.
That's
what's this one? There may be the future, James. However, this country will never get the infrastructure in place. Personally, I don't think electric will not take off. In time, there will be something else. Hydrogen. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Listen, technology is always evolving, isn't it? It's always going to be up and down, in and out. It's going to be changing. I don't know. There may be one, as Moisty said here, powered by piss and sweat. You never know. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Me having an electric car or bike won't stop the fact Vegas is a Christmas tree. Do you know what? Bloody good comment that is. I really like that. You know, we're told to turn our TVs off and our light bulbs off, and these little standby lights on the TV, turn it off at night time. And yet Las Vegas is literally a Christmas tree all year long.
24/7.
Crazy. I don't know.
You know how I reckon they'll push us all out of diesel and petrol? Those freaking clean air zones. Because I got fined one the other day. With one of those. 70 quid. 70 quid I got fined. That was in fact.
Kay got it as well.
Oh man, I was driving through, but I didn't even see any like signs to say I was in a clean air zone.
Where was it?
Too late. It was in Bath.
Oh, in Bath. See, in Birmingham, it is very, very clearly signed while driving through.
Oh,
she still managed to get the fine.
70 quid.
Women, eh?
Unbelievable. I reckon that's how they'll drive us all out eventually. It's just make everywhere just a clean air zone, and it will just drive people around the bend.
Yeah, but I don't. The clean air zones are a load of bollocks, aren't they? Because how is that one section of air there clean, but that section that's just been blown over is not?
No, I think it's more to do with, there you go. Someone said exactly the same thing. Clean air zone, doesn't air move around? I think it's just the fact that it's encouraging people to use public transport, carpool, share cars and bikes and whatever, or just get people to get push bikes and things. So it's more pedestrian focused for the towns. And listen, for me, I don't personally agree with it. I'm sure there is some fantastic, I don't know, government scheme behind it all. God knows what it is. We'll go with it. It's all just smoke and mirrors, literally smoke and car mirrors and stuff. Look how many, I like that one. Look how many government buildings still have lights on at night. There's already a lorry that runs on ammonia, so piss and sweat isn't so unrealistic. That's interesting. What else we got? JCB has already built a hydrogen engine. Yes, as I said earlier, Kawasaki has as well. I know it's only a concept at the moment, but that's going to be good.
I was going to say they teamed up with Yamaha with that, didn't they?
Yes, yeah, they did, and that was at the bike show. If you saw it, it was it looked interesting. It'd be interesting to see how it performs, because will it still give you that thrill that the our sports bikes and our current bikes have? No clean air, no air zones in Europe. What? Just no air, just nothing. Can't wait to be taxed to have a piss. Yeah, that's the way it's going to go. Right. Okay, we're blasting through all these, which is fantastic. So let's get go on. We're on bikes as it is at the moment, so let's stay with that side of things. If you got up one morning, you had nothing to do, the sun's shining, where is your go-to place that you want to go for a bike ride? Steve, we're going to start with you on this one.
If you asked me a week ago, I would have said either Wales or Peak District. I love both the two places.
Yep.
Obviously, Sunday I came and seen you Sunday morning, and then I went off into the Cotswolds.
Yes, down.
I've always overlooked the Cotswolds. I'll tell you what, not anymore. That is going to be my new go-to place.
Yeah, a lot of people say that when you want to go out for a ride, people think that you've got to go. And don't get me wrong, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. Incredible, beautiful places, absolutely phenomenal. But there is so many places right here in the Midlands and South Midlands and Banbury area and all that, and the Cotswolds. They're on our doorstep and they are beautiful, absolutely incredible. The roads, the scenery, and they're not commercialised. They are out the way, so there's not traffic, which is great. Whereabouts in the Cotswolds did you go? you know specifically? Or?
Oh, bloody hell. We started off at Coty Calf.
Yes, Coty
And
Autotale.
then
Great place.
We then rode through the Cotswolds to... I used to commute past it, obviously coming back from Tidworth. And it was a place called Birdlip Viewpoint.
Yes, yeah.
And it's just absolutely gorgeous there.
Brilliant.
Then we moved on down to Oily Radco for another brew.
Nice.
And then we came back through the Cotswolds up to, is it Bower? Up to a tower. I can't think of the name of the tower now.
Broadway
Tower, yeah.
Yeah.
Bill knows that area well, doesn't he? The Fish Hill King.
Right there.
Well, yeah, that was it. Obviously, I turned out of there and Fish Hill was right there. I was like,
literally,
I know that place. And then
you didn't know they were so close? I mean, they're literally, it's like an L, isn't it? You've got Fish Hill here, and then you've got Broadway there. So, no way.
Yeah.
What's this? Notice how no one said Yorkshire. I just saw. Notice how no one's mentioning Yorkshire, for fuck's sake. No one goes to York. People in Yorkshire like to come out of Yorkshire. So, you know, that's
they speak funny as well.
They do speak funny. I've never been to Yorkshire. In all honesty, I would love to go there. And I think that is something I want to do at some point. No? The Yorkshire Dales are meant to be, and the Yorkshire Moors, which I know is the two different places, they're meant to be absolutely fantastic. So
yeah, because I watch a few Green Lane videos up in the Yorkshire Moors, and apparently it's mega for like all the green lanes up there and stuff like that. Like apparently it's as good as Wales.
Steve, are you an ex-sapper? No, I'm not an ex-sapper.
Who said that?
Someone called Phil. No, I'm not an ex. I'm not an ex-sapper. No, I am ex-Fusiliers.
Thank you for your service. So Bill, where's your go-to place? I'm going to say Fish Hill. Apart from Fish Hill, where else do you go?
I would say Wales for me, because obviously I'm literally 15 minutes from the Cotswolds. Like Cheltenham's only 30 minutes and Fish Hill's only 20 minutes.
Yes.
Like, we ride these roads a lot around my area. So for me, I like to go out towards Wales and stuff like that. And then obviously in the summer months, because all my family are up in Derby, I'd like to go to the Peak District myself. I don't go to the Peak District as much as I do around Wales kind of thing and the Cotswolds. But for me, it'd be Wales, I'd say, all around the Brecon Beacons and stuff. Like
which is still Wales. So, I mean, what, North Wales, South Wales, any particular?
Probably South. I've never actually been up to like North yet. Like, or Snowdonia.
Surely. You've not done Snowdonia or anything around there?
No, I've not done anything like that yet.
Mate, you need to come with us this year. We're doing the Snowdonia 360. You've got to come with us for that. That is one of the greatest experiences. It's a tour. It's a proper tour. There's not, I wouldn't say there's a lot of fast roads, although you can go fast on them, but just for riding, it's amazing. What else we got? Oh, scariest moment on a bike. Go on. Bill, what was your scariest moment?
Going into a corner too fast and going, oh crap, I'm not making it.
Which corner was it?
It was in Cheltenham. It was like coming out of Cheltenham. And it was just a load of tight, twisty back roads. But it was one of the blind corners where you literally can't see around it. And I was literally just going, whoom. And obviously I've got that race fit on that Fireblade now. And it sounds mega, but you do get carried away. And then it literally came up so freaking fast. And like, I got halfway around the corner and then my front tire went onto the white line in the middle. And it half like slipped for a split second. And that was me like, whoa, I need to like chill out a second and then go again. But that was like probably my scariest. Did
you actually have to stop, pull over and kind of take a moment?
Oh no, but I let off the gas a bit and was like, all right, I'll take a little breather.
No way.
Oh!
Count to 10 and then just carry on as normal.
That was my scariest. The only thing why it was so scary, not that it slipped so much, but if like there was a car coming the other side of that lane, it did fully slip, then you're like, this is not really ideal, this. But I'd say that's my worst sort of scare so far. But like with the off-roading, obviously I've done quite a bit of off-roading. That's brilliant. Like I'll send it into a tree and not have to worry about it at all. But when cars are involved, that's it. Like,
Brilliant. Yeah, Bill's one of our careful bikers, as you can tell. It's a bit different, isn't it? Sending it into a tree when you are doing 3 mile an hour.
Car, that's a bit.
Yeah.
A bit different. That.
No. Steve? Oh, actually, no. Someone's already commented for you. Actually, it was where is it? Here we go. Any cattle grid for you? Apparently, is
there is a funny story between the cattle grids. So, I mean, it's mainly now just for camera use that I say I hate cattle grids.
Yeah.
Me and Kay went out just before we started vlogging actually, and went up to Winnett's Pass, and obviously there's a cattle grid at the bottom of it. And we went over the cattle grid, and I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but all of a sudden the bike just went from going straight to sideways, and it happened twice in the day. So that's
brilliant.
Yeah. So now when I come to a cattle grid, it's obviously just a thing on camera that's
bloody cattle grids.
Yeah, bloody cattle.
They're not even that bad.
What have you watched the last video I just put out? The Vida video.
I'll confess I haven't yet.
There's a cattle grid on that, and I hit it at about 90 miles an hour.
Was it raining?
Nope.
I don't know. For me, I've had one experience where you lose a bit of traction, and that was, believe it or not, going slow speed. I find the faster you hit the bloody things.
Oh yeah, this one it just had a lip on it, and one of the lads that's watching Crazy Legs on a bike, I think he castrated himself, and I was pissing myself laughing that much. But I'm riding behind him, and I say cattle grid ahead. It's just on a big, long, straight road, and we're going out we're in a big group, and obviously we're just trying to play catch up. Just get everyone just get back to the front rider.
Yep.
And I say cattle grid. I don't know if he heard me through the intercom. He hits it. I just pissed myself laughing, but then obviously I'm still going over it. And like I said, we're doing about 80 miles an hour sort of thing over this cattle grid. And there's a lip probably about that big on it. Luckily, the twin soaked it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Going back to my scariest moment, I wouldn't say it's scariest. The most nervous I've ever been on a bike was taking Cameron out for the first time.
Yeah.
Good point. Actually, yeah. What went through your head when you were doing that?
That I wanted to keep the bike as upright as possible. Like, obviously, I'm so used to having Kay on the back. Kay has got the experience of being on the back of the bike. She knows how the bike's going to handle. I can throw the bike around. With Cameron on the back, he's never been on the back before. He can only just reach the pegs. I don't think I've ever rode so slowly in my life. And I think I was just overthinking everything. I'm just like, no, okay, I don't want to go into this corner like this. I want to go into it like that. But then we took him out last weekend.
That will teach you to be as smooth as you can, and that's going to make you a better rider. Yes, okay, you'll build speed up as he gains confidence as well. But that's that. I remember when I took Oliver out, I had the Fireblade at the time, and he just reached the pegs. He was gripping on for dear life, and he loved it. Don't get me wrong, but I was bricking it because if he just decides, I want to get off and jumps off the bike. Well, hang on, we're moving, sort of thing. But someone has actually just commented exactly what my scariest moment will be. The sheep. So we went out for. Have you heard this story, boys? Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. We all know that these fluffy speed bumps love to jump out at us, or the last minute they kind of go, wah, and then just walk out. I was on
How do they go?
well, it depends where you go. In Wales, it's meh. So, no, anyway, I had the Honda Goldwing at the time. And this was just after we did the 1,000-mile ride, which was phenomenal. So I knew the bike really well, and I was loving it. And I decided to take it up to Devil Staircase and all these beautiful roads in Wales. And it was absolutely great, loving it for the entire day. And we went down this road. Funny enough, there was a cattle grid there, Steve. So I'll let you know about that one next time. And there was
just reading the comments here of watching all these people saying about this cattle grid that we went over.
The cattle grid was brutal.
Yeah.
They're just trying to look after you.
Pico's Pool, that one turned me into a woman for at least 10 minutes.
Brilliant. You need to show me this cattle grid. Anyway, so this sheep, there's loads of sheep in the field, but there's one that was just lying down on the side of the road, and I thought, that's a bit weird. So I beat the horn. It kind of stood up and looked at me as if I'd just pissed on it or something, because it was just angry, and started walking away. I thought, brilliant. So I cracked the throttle open and went past it, at that exact time, this sheep decided to do a 180, jumped into the road, and just this Goldwing, right? You know, this is one of the biggest bikes on the road. Just went. I thought, oh shit. You know, luckily nothing. You know, I kind of managed to control the bike, and it was great. And I looked in the mirror, and as I was looking in the mirror, my pillion at the time. So the bike's just hit a sheep and been absolutely fine. My pillion then grabs the top box, looks around like that. The whole bike goes to this. I'm like, bloody hell. And next thing I know, I look in the mirror and the sheep is still tumbling in the air, right? Just going like that. And yeah, that was quite scary for a number of reasons. But yeah, watch out for sheep is all I'm going to say there, because they are absolutely lethal when they want to be. The woolly speed bumps, as we call them. So yes, there we go. That's my little scary moment there. Out of interest, but have you done track days? I know, Bill, you definitely have.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to you in a second. Steve, you've not done any at all?
Never done a track day.
Something that's not interested you, or something that you're not really?
No, it's never really been a massive thing. I love watching MotoGP. Love watching it, but I've never been the type of person to say I want to get my knee down.
No,
it's just not me.
I suppose you're already that close to the floor anyway that you don't need to get your knee. I can resist. Okay, that's fair enough. That's good. I mean, listen, I really wanted to. You know, that was my first thing. I wanted to get my knee down. I wanted to get a track bike. That was my appeal for bikes at the time. And it's weird, isn't it? I mean, Bill, you'll probably go with this as well. First day I got my knee down, I was trying, and I was trying to get advice from everyone, how to do this, body positioning, this. And you're leaning over and you're cranking it over and you're on the throttle and your knee finally touches the floor. And what's the first thing you do? Oh, shit. You get, what the get down there? It's weird, isn't it? It's such a weird feeling, but it is brilliant. And you can see why it's addictive. I mean, how many track days have you done now, Bill?
I've probably done about 10 or 12 now. The problem is, they just get so expensive. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
If track days are about £100, freak me, you'll do about 5 a month. But I think Donington's 185 now or something like that.
And it's not just it's getting there. It's usually arranging transport to get the bike there, so your van or something. Then you've got your spares, your tires, which you're going to fly through. Decent pair of leathers, helmet. You can't realistically use your road stuff for the track, which I know some people do, but it's better to get specific track day stuff.
My biggest fear, though, that's why I bought the CB500 a while ago, was if you wreck your road bike. That was always my biggest concern.
Yeah,
doing the track days on your pride and joy.
Yeah,
and then obviously I bought that CB500 a while ago, and that was the best thing ever. That was so much fun because you had no care in the wheels. That you could chuck it down the road, but not have to worry too much that that's your pride and joy kind of thing.
Yep.
But track days, oh my God, I love them. My first ever one was at Mallory Park, and I get quite competitive. Like, if I see someone else and they're like next to us and they're gunning it and I'm gunning it, I want to beat that guy. And I remember I was absolutely chucking it down our first ever track day. We never used freaking ratchet straps or anything like that before. And we hired out a van. My friend Andy, I don't know if he's watching this, but we hired out a van and we got the van. There was like any damage, it's like £100 excess charge or whatever it was. Put the bike in the back of the van, half ratchet strapped it in the van. Got to Warwick roundabout, went round the roundabout. All I heard in the back was the bike fell over. Luckily, I put my duvet on top of it just in case anything else fell into it.
Nice.
So got to the petrol station, got out, the bike was on its side. I was like, oh no, my baby, it's already dropped. And then
well, see, you've done it then. You've got it out of the way. It's dropped already. You just carry on.
Carried on. And then got to Mallory. And like I said, it was chucking it down. And I remember on our sighting laps, obviously, you go around at a controlled pace, don't you, or whatnot. And then they let you loose. And there was this R1 next to us. We was obviously both in the novice group. And we were both looking at each other going down the straight like this. And obviously, you got that real long right-hander.
Gerard's,
it was both like trying to brake a little bit later than each other. And then that was it. I was like, this is brilliant. Because all I wanted to do was beat the next guy. Like, I see someone like, right, I want him. And then, where was it? You were doing the photographs one day. Donington Park hosted Like you could just book a session and just keep going on and on, like booking sessions.
Was that a Kawasaki day by any chance?
Yeah, it was because Leo
Yeah,
Haslam was teaching the lads on the Kawasaki's.
Yep.
And it was the same again there. We was going down the home straight and another guy was on another R1 and I didn't make it and went straight into the gravel at the bottom. And Brett at the time was watching on the side and he was like, did you do that on purpose by any chance? I was like, I just couldn't stop. And then just carried on.
Yeah. I've done that before. You've gone too hot into a corner, and instead of just forcing it around, you go nope, straight gravel.
Yeah,
that's when you wish you've got an adventure bike.
My favourite ever time was at Cadwell Park, going over that mountain for the first time. I did it on the CB 500. That was brilliant. The first ever wheelie off the top. I was like, oh,
yeah,
this is so
that
good.
was yeah, that'll do. Right, we've got a question come in from Moto Matt. You have the power to make or change one law. What would it be and why? Interested?
So I've thought about this because obviously we put this in the when we talked about it yesterday, didn't we?
Yes.
And I thought about it today. And over in Germany, on a Sunday, they have a law where there is no commercial driving at all. Okay.
Interesting.
So I would bring in a law, not that.
Guy in the white t-shirt.
Yeah, I know. I was just reading.
I've been awake since stupid o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I'd bring in a law because I'm not biased. We're bike enthusiasts. There's car enthusiasts. Sundays should be only for car enthusiasts because let's face it, they love their cars. They look after their cars. They don't want anything to happen to their cars. You know, they're going to be looking out at junctions, everything. Mm-hmm. So Sundays should only be for car enthusiasts and bikes. That's what I'd do.
You know, I was going to say that I wouldn't change anything because the laws are there for a reason. They're there to protect us and look after us. Apart from that silly one about you looking after the hierarchy, like pedestrians are first, then bikes, and then motor. Yeah, that weird one that's coming recently. But no,
that no one ever sticks to.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah, no, that's interesting. That's actually a law in Germany that Sundays no commercial vehicles at all.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense, but then would you still get your Amazon delivery on a Monday morning?
Screw the Amazon delivery.
This is more important. This is how it should be.
I'm not sure. I can just remember being over there and we wanted to get back home and it just came across that, no, lads, it's illegal to now drive on Sundays. It's basically like an enforced rest for commercial vehicles.
Actually, do you know what? The more I think about it, the more like, and Germany have really got, they've got their head screwed on with the system over there. I mean, Autobahn, right? The Autobahn is probably, it's a limitless road. You can go as fast as you bleeding want. And yet it's one of the safest roads in the world because there's the least amount of accidents. Everyone's doing the same sort of thing. I don't know. It's like, why? I like that. And we should maybe take a leaf out of the book of places like Germany as well. I wouldn't say to make our motorways limitless because I think in England, people can't drive.
We haven't got the road surface for it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, over there, if we get a pothole here, they shove a bit of gravel in it and go, yeah, that'll do. In Germany, they resurface the entire stretch of road. You know, it's and when I went to Germany, I literally witnessed that firsthand. It's incredible.
But it was all weekends, no HGVs. There is an exception for vehicles.
There you go. Interesting, Phil. Thank you very much for that. Matt's just saying our laws are a joke. Yes, that's fair enough. You always get slow drivers on Sunday. Oh.
If a no law, no GS on the road days, the
roads would be empty, mate. The roads would be empty. Everyone rides GSs now. What can I say? That's it. Well, we're all off road anyway, so it's fine. Not intentionally. Sometimes go on then. What was Kay's one?
That would mean I'd have to listen to what my wife said. I can't remember.
Oh, I'm waiting for it to come and slap you now.
She will.
More than likely. Bill, any thoughts?
I would love to say I'd love it like, so you know over at the Isle of Man on the mountain section, obviously there's no speed limit on the mountain section. I'd love something like that over here, But then, like I said, the road conditions and
She come-
if you like it, I don't think it'll work. But yeah, if we had like a certain, like in Wales, a certain section of the road that there was no speed limit on it, and you could just go down that road, make it a one-way system as well.
Yeah.
And then you could just have a play up and down. Yeah, that would be my law.
See, with the Autobahn, I kind of get it because it is, it's a motorway. It's designed to get you from point A to point B as fast as you can, just like our motorways, obviously with no speed limits. With the Isle of Man, I've always been wary of this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been over to the Isle of Man when I had the Fireblade. I absolutely loved it. I experienced what it was like, where you've got very, very strict 30, 40, 50 mile an hour speed limits, like very strict. You go over it by 1 mile an hour, the police will have you. But you go onto places like the Mountain Road or the national speed limit roads, and it is unlimited. But there is accidents on places like that, and that does encourage you because they're just normal roads. They're not like track days. They're where you've got runoffs and gravel traps, and there's still very, very real dangers. Curbs, cattle grids, lampposts, pubs. The real things are there, and they are dangerous. So I think some speed limits are very they're too much in some cases. I do find that some places that are 30 you think why they shouldn't necessarily be, and in some cases, believe it or not, I see places where there's 50 or 60 and it's like, well, hang on, that should be a 40 or 30. There's a bloody school coming up or whatever it is. So
look at these single track lanes that are national speed limit.
Yeah.
And you go driving around them and you've got a car that will come the opposite way who thinks he can do 60 mile an hour around a blind bend.
Since I've done my advanced training, I do try and ride differently, and you take the wider line around the corners and things, and it doesn't matter how advanced you are. If someone is coming the other way and they're taking up the entire single track road doing well above 60 in some cases, it's ridiculous. It's dangerous. So it's maybe make more roads just one way and have a loop system, so at least there's not going to be an oncoming traffic. I don't know. I don't know. What's everyone saying here? Right. So Phil's commented about Germany. Lived out there for 9 years. Roads are fab. Less accidents, but accidents that are more fatal due to the high speeds, though 100% safer and better road sense. Yes, I will agree with that from my brief experience. And most bikes about, what's this one here?
Starbucks will go bust if there's no GSs on the road.
Yeah. We do go to other places. Costa, for example. It's great. Farmer bastard, who's saying this? It's a limit, not a target. Good point. Like that. What do you reckon drones bike for future? I don't quite know what you mean by that one. I know. Can you say that again?
I've got this in my head that we're going to be riding drones.
That's what I'm thinking, which would be interesting.
I'm down.
That'd be fun.
You and drones, Bill. That's taking us back to GTA again, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Mate.
Right, let's talk about this year. What we got planned for this year. So, have you got any big trips planned? Have you got any rides or specific trips, tours, holidays? What sort of bike things have you got coming up this year, Bill?
I've got two where actually the Peaky biker and you will actually be really helpful. So obviously, I want to ride to Monaco at the beginning of May. So like
we're not funding it for you, if that's what you're going to ask. We're not going to fund it. Yeah, no. Go on. What are you doing? You riding to Monaco?
Yeah, I want to ride to Monaco just to like explore the city and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
So, my only concern is the language barrier because obviously I know no French apart from bonjour and un. Do you
hello, one. That's all you know. Brilliant.
I need to learn nights because obviously I'm camping doing the whole trip on the Fireblade with the tent on the back.
Yep.
So all I need to know is hello, one night. So I just need to learn what night is in French, and I'll be grand.
You'll be quite surprised. A lot of people over there speak very good English. Yeah.
That's my only concern on the whole trip is literally just the language barrier.
Plus, just be like one night.
Yeah, careful. If you ask a random lady for one night, you might get a different kind of answer. Peaky's just said Google Translate. Honestly, I mean, yes, as Steve said, a lot of people in all countries now speak the beautiful language that is English. And which is great because obviously they listen to us and they'll understand us and that sort of thing. But Google Translate is amazing. The new Google Translate update, I believe you can actually hold it in front of a sign and it will read the words and actually translate it live for you, which is quite good. There you go. Night is night, apparently. So night is not.
Fair.
Is English your second language, Bill? Yes, he speaks fluent in bullshit. So
that's how I made my channel.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, obviously I've got that planned, and obviously I'm going back to the TT again, start of June.
Yes,
so, but then
absolutely.
Two big trips, and then just loads of like little camping trips.
Yes,
like Wales. I'm going back up to Scotland again. I'm doing the NC 500.
When are you going? Because I want to go this year as well.
Literally, I have no plans. So basically, how my work works from the 1st of May until July the 16th, I'm off work on my holidays. So I'm just
not bad.
That's because I'm working with horses, mate. They all go on their holidays. So we go on.
I've never seen a horse on a holiday.
No, they don't usually fit on our planes. We go in the commercial with the wrong planes, clearly.
So anywhere in between there is my just go somewhere on the bike.
Okay. And is it a solo thing you're doing, or are you going to go with a group of people, or what are you thinking?
Solo, just wing it. If someone wanted to come, then obviously they can come along. But the thing is, I have no plans or structure. It's just
we've noticed.
Yeah.
It's no, I mean I've done the NC 500. Did it? Blimey, it wasn't last year. It was the year before, and I did that with Darren, and that we completely winged it.
I never watched that video. It was really good. That was.
Thank you. And do you know what? I was worried that video would be too long and boring because it was nearly an hour long.
Yeah.
But everyone who watches it says they just can't stop watching it. It's brilliant because it's, and I'll be honest, I can't take any credit for it. It's Darren. He is the life and soul of that video. He is absolutely hilarious. I love him to pieces. And his bloody hairnet that he had on to stop the flies. What the? If anyone's watching this and you fancy a laugh, watch my NC 500 winging it video. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I did the NC 500 2 years ago on the R6.
Yes, you did. Yep.
I stuck to the NC route, but obviously I want to go off the beaten track a bit this time and explore the little lanes coming off it kind of thing. Because I remember when I went last time, it was strict A to B on the sat nav. Like, I want to detour off this year. So
it is worth doing. I mean, there is so many roads and so many little bits and bobs that you can see. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, the NC 500 route is great, but as we find with most things, the bigger and more busier it gets, the more commercialized it becomes. So you get the caravans and the cars and the vans and lorries and buses. It's like, how are you going to get down this road? Which is fine. You know, people want to see it, and that's how Scotland's made their money with the NC 500. But if you do find the little side roads, and there's so many different channels now which are showing bits of it,
exactly.
The castles, the lanes and things, and it's well worth doing. So, mate, I might come with you, to be fair, if we can find some time together, and that'd be good. Steve looks like an XR3i driver.
Fuck you, crazy.
Yeah. He says that you've got Pornhub on the TV behind you. Actually, just look over your shoulder. Go to the side a bit. I did see what looked like a naked man on your TV a second ago. I'm not even going to lie. Because we're
live on YouTube. I can't actually say what it is, but my wife has all of a sudden started watching some horrendous TV show.
Right. Okay.
Where they get married, sort of thing, and yeah,
that one. And apparently you're in a cave.
In a cave.
Yeah. There is lights on. There is lights on, and it's just I don't know.
Which is great. They're all behind you, though. I mean, you've got a candle, I think, in front of you. Is the only thing.
No, it's my phone.
You legend.
I was sat in here and I was like, it's going really, really dark in here. But obviously, it's not actually that dark. I thought, right, I need something that's going to just shine onto me. Obviously, I don't want to go into the living room and disturb them.
Oh, no. God, no. God, no. On the box, it's me naked. Oh, God, that'd be interesting. Yes,
I know some very, very, very weird people.
Yes, I know. I think I saw 30 seconds of one of them episodes, and it was not for me. Steve, what about yourself? What sort of trips you got planned for this year? Any tours, any trips, any holidays?
So I'm actually releasing a video on either Friday or Sunday this week that's explaining everything. But
I don't want you to peak too soon if you want to save it for that.
Obviously, me and Kay, we've got something that I'm not going to say anything on. That's just going to come as a surprise.
Is it involving the product placement you've got there? the number 7 hand cream, is it?
Well, I'm currently sat at her makeup desk.
And she hasn't got one of those beauty lights.
She's
going to plug it in now, isn't he? That's it. Get that on. That'd be brilliant.
No, so we'll be doing Elan Valley weekend with the Motor Rev lads.
Yes.
We've got the Wild Bad Weekender booked again.
Yes.
That's good. That
honestly, mate, it is one of the best weekends out there. It really is.
The
ride out, you do about a 100-mile ride through the Peak District, and then you spend the whole weekend just getting pissed.
Just chilling. Yeah, does look good.
And
right. Sounds great.
Last year they had a lot of entertainment on. There's silly little prizes, little competitions like who can ride the slowest, and you win. You'll win like the brand new Cardo Pack Talk Edge if you ride the slowest.
Yeah.
But no, it's live entertainment, and like I said, they had a stunt. I think they're twin brothers called On the Edge.
Yeah.
And they're a trial.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Yep.
And honestly, well worth the money.
How much is it?
I think it's about £150 per person, I think.
For the whole thing?
I'm sure someone will put in the comments what it is.
Yeah.
I paid for my tickets at the last event, so I can't remember what it was.
Then obviously the little off-road section as well this year or something, I think it is.
He is this year, yes. This year there's going to be an off-road section. I don't think it's going to be anything too challenging though, because obviously not everyone's going to have. I think it's going to be very much like the ABR festival.
I was going to say, because it is the same sort of time of year, isn't it? Because I'm going ABR. I'm going ABR this year. Just a bit of product placement there. So I'm not doing both of them. I can't afford the.
I think every GS rider goes to the ABR, don't they?
Yes.
But none of them seem to take the GS off road.
My bike, so shut up. It's fine. My bike was on Moto Verde's stand last year. In fact, I think it is this year as well. But I am doing the trail this year because I've got the 2 trails.
Good. Crazy's just put in there. It's £150 for the full weekend. That's the Friday through to the Sunday.
Good. That's good. I tell you.
Is it the 2 nights, the Friday night and the Saturday night?
Yeah. And that's all the entertainment. Obviously, food. You pay for food when you're there and stuff as well. Or
only this year you do. The previous 2 years that I've gone, the food was included in that price.
Wow, that's really good.
This year now. He's going to have a load of different food stalls around, so you can go and choose what food you want. And instead of just having a set time, say 5:30 in the evening, right now it's dinner time, it's just going to be all day. You just go help yourself. You pay for what you want to eat and stuff like that.
Well, that's better though, isn't it? Really, because then you can just go whenever you're hungry, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. Because last year, I think if you wanted a pizza, although the food was great, they made the pizzas fresh. And you've got to think there's 300 people in the field. If they're making 300 fresh pizzas, you're waiting a long, long time for it.
Yeah. No, that's a lot.
But no, obviously, amazing weekend. Really is a good laugh and great for networking as well. Live entertainment, live music. There's always charity. They always do a lot for the Blood Bikers as well.
Good. That's nice.
I think last year he sold the shirt off his back for over £100.
Jesus.
Yeah. So someone just in the audience just said, "I'll give you £100 for the shirt off your back."
Was it you?
No, it was not me. Kay had his boxers though.
I got you. Yeah, she didn't pay for them, did she? No. Okay, so that's cool. So that's gonna be a big weekend then. And any other tours you got coming up as well?
No, we're not doing any tours this year. We'll do a Vernwy weekend as well. So obviously, again, we're doing Elan in May, and then we'll do a Vernwy one in September, and then obviously Wild Bad in the middle. We was looking at doing a tour, but we're still what's the word to use? We're still sort of like from last year. Last year was so expensive with getting Kay through a test, getting her on a bike and stuff.
Yeah,
we're still recovering from that sort of thing.
There's always next year, mate. Don't worry. I mean, I had practically a year off last year. I mean, we did little rides, little tours, but nothing major. So don't feel like you've got to do something every year, for God's sake. Otherwise, you will go skint. It's amazing.
No, so that's what I'm gonna use this year to get Kay a lot of miles under her belt. Hopefully, if we can get out 2 weekends in a month, then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And then obviously getting Cameron to build up his miles, because I'm finding he's just falling asleep on the back of me. I'll go half an hour down the road and he's a nodding dog on the back.
I mean, your riding is quite boring to watch at the best of times, if I'm being honest. So no. In all honesty, Oliver, he's been on the bike hundreds of times, and he does. I mean, I find that especially when you're getting kids involved in it, it's hard to keep their attention span. Because for us, we're looking around always, you look at the views and everything. They just want to kind of, they love the bike, but then they love getting to a place and then getting off, having a drink, having this and that. So it's always, you've got to keep it varied. Lots of different stops with the kids, I find, is the best way of doing it. But no, that's great. And get Kay to come out. We're going to do some. In fact, we as Midlands Motorbikers this year, we're hoping to do some lady specific rides as well. So get the girls together on some of their rides, because I know us lads can be a bit scary sometimes, and a group of lads, some girls don't want to ride with lads. Absolutely fine. So we're going to hopefully, do that. And Kay is more than welcome to come and join us anytime for them rides, and boost everyone's confidence, which would be good. But no, what am I doing this year? So yes, we do rides as much as we can. We do weekly rides, we do monthly rides. We've got the Brecon Beacons tour coming up in May, 5th, 6th, 7th of May. Which is going to be a 3-day tour to the Brecon Beacons. We're doing 2 specific loops on day 2 and day 3. Absolutely, I can't wait for that. I've just finished doing the actual route themselves and the stops and everything. It's taken me about a week and a half to plan it all properly. Can't wait. I'm going to share it with you two guys as well, because I'd love your input on it as well. Can't wait for that. Then we've got some other events coming up and other rides, and we've got the Moto one coming up this Saturday. We've got the Moto one. I need to sort that out. Don't worry about that.
It's coming up Saturday, but I forgot about it.
Shit, I spent loads of time doing on something that's 2 months away. But what else have I got? Yeah, then we've got the ABR Festival, of course, which is amazing. If you guys haven't been there before, and taking nothing away from Wild Bad Weekend, because one, I've never done it, but I've heard nothing but good things from it. It's meant to be an amazing time. The ABR Festival, will be the third year that I've been. It is absolutely incredible. It's not just for adventure bike riders as they initially started. It's for anyone who's interested in bikes in general. Yes, there is the off-road trail, there's the day trail, but then the brands come as well. So Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki, BMW, Harley Davidson, they're all going to be there this year again. They're all going to be showing their bikes off, and you can test ride some of the bikes as well. It's a camping weekend, so it's great to see all the different styles of motorbike camping and how the different setups are and how people pack their bikes. There's going to be tire brands there as well, discussing the tires and what tires are going to be good for everyone, both road and off-road. It's a piss up, yes. There's going to be food tents, there's going to be live music, there's going to be bands, there's going to be... Honestly, guys, if you haven't been, you've got to go at least one year. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just amazing weekend for both off and on-road bikers. So that's my little shout out for them, and thank you very much. I'll have to check in the mail. That's fantastic. In fact, speaking of ABR, I know that Peaky's coming with me. He's got his ticket, so we're going to be camping together. I'm sure there'll be some videos after dark of me and Peaky stroking our beards and getting our beards tangled together in some weird love nuts and anyway.
Mate, it's funny, Nick, because the ABR festival, that's literally 10 minutes from our yard, because it's literally in Ulster, isn't it? So,
yep. It's Ragley Hall.
Yeah, Ragley Hall. Yeah.
Mate, they take over the entire of that area. It's incredible.
Our high street is just covered in bikes.
Is it?
All the locals hate it, because obviously all around our area, it's all biddies with their walking sticks and stuff. It's a very oldie town, oh mate, it's brilliant, and it's just motorbikes everywhere.
So it's like the Isle of Man, all throughout the year it's quiet and there's nothing there. There's just Bill, and then and the horses and the old biddies, and then the bikes take over. It's amazing.
And Peaky, you still want them sleeping tablets off me?
No, he just listens to
Steve.
Steve.
Really loud. So when I'm going through the village,
Are they sleeping tablets or are they roofies?
Oh, it's brilliant.
It is good, isn't it? And it's great when you're coming up. In fact, if you're traveling anywhere around that area, around Ragley Hall during that weekend, it's just people are coming and going the whole time, and it's amazing. Here's a question.
I've just looked at
Go on. This one.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yep. What's your worst bike you have ever rode?
Oh, that's a good one.
Go on, Steve. Let's start with you. If you say GS, I will come over.
No. I will not say that. I will be 100% brutally honest, and it is a previous bike of mine. And
okay.
It's horrible to say it because I absolutely loved the bike. You know, sentimental value. I loved the bike, and it was my Tracer 9 because it was but I had the first ever Tracer 9 that came out, so it had the shorter wheelbase.
Yes.
Obviously on the second one they brought out a longer wheelbase, but
it wasn't the MT9, was it? It was the Tracer. It actually was the Tracer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the MT09 Tracer.
So I always thought the MT09 and the Tracer was different. I didn't realize.
Yeah. So you have the MT09, which was the naked bike.
Right.
Then off the back of that, they brought out the MT09 Tracer.
Right. Okay.
Which was like the more sports tourer side. Then after the MT09 Tracer, they brought out the Tracer 9 and the 9 GT and stuff like that.
Yes.
So it pretty much had the same wheelbase as the MT09.
So they were trying to mold a super naked into a touring bike, basically.
Yeah. And for one person on the bike, it was an amazing bike. You was more in an upright position. You was more comfortable. Blah blah blah. But obviously, I was always too up with luggage, and I felt the bike did struggle. I don't know. Have you ever done Telegraph Hill in when you're going down towards like Devon and Cornwall way?
God, that was ages ago. Yes, I did do that. Yeah, and it struggled. It actually struggled at that.
Yeah. There was me, Kay, and we had full luggage on, and I just felt myself just clicking down the gears until I got to the top. Yeah,
because that 9 engine, that's a hell of an engine. So that's interesting. It was struggling with that.
Yeah, that's what sort of did it for me when we sort of sat there and we went, okay, we need something that's got a little bit more power.
Yeah,
and that's when we decided we went for the twin.
Yeah, you can't beat a twin. The thump and the grunt and the low down torque it's got is phenomenal. So okay.
That's my personal opinion. The worst bike that I have ever ridden. Yeah. I mean, there was nothing actually physically wrong with it for one-up riding. But what I needed it for was,
Okay, cool. Bill, what was yours?
I'd say mine. Same again. It's a personal opinion because I know a lot of people do love that bike, and that was the R6. Just purely because of the power. So I went from a Gixxer 750 down to the R6.
Yes.
And literally, the R6 felt like it was broken that first initial ride. Honestly, God, when I was used to the torque of the Gixxer 750, it was instant. And then with the R6, it was like, oh, crap. I have to go down the box a little bit to then get back into the power. Like someone that loves sort of placing the revs out and wringing the neck off it, it's a fantastic bike.
Yep.
But for me, I just did not get on with that bike very well. And
it's mad because I remember your video. Have I made a mistake or whatever it was? You know, should I have I made a mistake buying this bike? So was it that different then between the 750 and the 6?
It literally felt broken. My first thought was there's something wrong with this.
Was it broken? You know, did you?
No, it wasn't. Right. Tried to drop down, but like I was used to on my Gixxer 750, you could be in fourth, roll on the power, and it would automatically pick up pretty much instant.
Right, yeah.
It was in fourth on the R6, it would just like, and then it'd take off at like 10,000 RPM or something.
Yeah.
750, it was instant. And that's why I've gelled with my Fireblade so quickly, because my Fireblade feels like my 750.
It's interesting because your Fireblade, is that completely standard?
Yeah, all it's got is the race fit on it. That is
If you get a power commander on that, it will transform it. Because I had my old Fireblade and Honda, I love Fireblades. Obviously, I've had two, so I absolutely love them. The CBR 1000RR, they are still one of the greatest sports bikes for me. But I find that the majority of the ones that they produce are very much, they're almost too road focused. So they've got this lovely, sensible low down power, and then it goes crazy at the top end.
Yeah.
Obviously, with 1,000, you've still got loads of torque there. But if you get a power command, you'll find that not only the throttle response is smoother, but my God, the pickup is just boom, gone. And that's So that'd be interesting.
But now I've always said as well on my videos, I'm the kind of rider that doesn't want to be chasing the revs all the time.
No.
Like, I quite happily go on a country back road, stick it in fifth, and leave it in fifth for the rest of that session on that road kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be constantly going up and down the box, trying to...
I would say that you've possibly got the wrong bike then. I don't know. Right. To me, and again, this is the great thing about bikes. They're very personal. They're very much what our individual things are. A sports bike, they're designed to be revvy. They're designed to be, revving all the way through. And when I had my previous 600, I enjoyed what you say, the chasing the revs and fighting it and working the gearbox, and screaming its tits off. Yeah, great. And then, I don't know, having an inline four, they encourage you to do that and sit on top of the revs because that's where the power is. Have you ever tried a twin?
No. Never.
You need to ride, I'm going to say it, ride my bike, right?
Yeah.
Actually, no, don't, because you'll buy one. Ride Steve's, because I know you won't buy one if you get one of Steve's. No, it's weird. Obviously, everyone has different riding styles, and it is personal opinion. You'll find a bike that you sit on and you ride it, and you think, nah, this is the one for me, for many different reasons. In fact, someone has said,
reading all
this comment here, bike for looks or for comfort. I'll be honest with you, neither. I buy a bike for how it makes me feel when I'm riding it, and I think to me that's the thing that makes you gel with a bike in ways or another. Yes, I miss my Fireblade because it had the sex appeal, it had the noise, it had all that sort of thing. And as comfortable as my GS is, it's not the most comfortable bike I've ever rode. That would probably be something like the Goldwing or the K1600 BMW or whatever. There's more comfortable bikes, but for a bike that makes me feel in tune with it and just I feel like I can do anything on it, that to me is what it is.
You know what is interesting as well though? The Fireblade is the most uncomfortable sports bike out of all the 3 bikes that I've owned.
Seriously?
You would think that the R6 would be the most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Literally, Gixxer 750 comfortable, R6 semi-comfortable, Fireblade 40 minutes and my wrists are dead. Which is mad.
Serious.
I've never had that problem on
40 minutes. So you're going to be doing these NC 500 and stuff. Are you going to do that on your Fireblade?
Oh yeah, I'll do it all on the Fireblade. I'll just keep stopping every hour, kind of thing, for fuel anyway. But yeah, 40 minutes, and you can feel it on your wrists. Where on the Gixxer, you never.
That's going to be painful to get up to Scotland, though.
Yeah, mate.
Think about Monaco.
Well, Jesus Christ.
But then I'm that kind of person that I know it's opinionated, but I love the looks of the sports bikes. That's why I do.
I completely agree. Bikes. Yeah.
Because
does that not take the edge off it slightly? Does that not kind of? I don't know. Again, it is personal. If I'm riding a bike and every 40 minutes, especially if I know I'm going to be riding for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 days or whatever it may be. I don't know, that surely that takes the edge off it for me. If you had a bike, let's say you could get a second bike and you got something like, I don't know, the new Tracer or a Tiger 900 or something that was going to be...
I was thinking about this the other day. If I did buy another bike, road bike, I'd look at something like the Street Triples, a naked upright kind of bike. That's
still quite hunched over, isn't it? I mean, mind you, the triple's not too bad, to be fair.
I'm quite numb for it, though, although I do get the pain in the wrist.
Because you're tall as well. And you're a tall lad, and you're hunched over a bike. I mean, it's great for Steve. You can fit in his top box.
Yeah, too. I love naked bikes. Naked bikes were designed, I say it,
for you.
For me, yeah. And we were discussing this the other day. We were looking at getting rid of the twin because we don't need it anymore. And we were looking at bikes of what sort of bikes I could go for. And there was a lot of naked bikes. But then I do also need to start thinking of I'm the person that's going to be carrying all the luggage.
Yes.
And stuff like that. And obviously now Cameron's coming out, it's sort of just we'll just stick with the twin because it can do everything that we need it to do.
It can.
But yeah, I would have a naked bike. I would absolutely love. I'm going to get terrorised for saying this because I terrorise him for riding a Ducati. But if I could have a Ducati Street Fighter, I'd be well away.
What a bike! Absolutely incredible.
I've always liked the look of the KTM Super Dukes. I like the look of
that. KTM.
Here they come.
Yeah.
Come on, where's all the KTM boys?
Hang on, where's my list of KTM jokes? I've got them here, actually. No, don't get me wrong.
I love the look of them personally. Never rode one, but I think the look mint.
I'll be honest. I've rode KTMs, and they are, when they're working, they are absolute. They are brilliant, and you can see why people like them. They are the ultimate brute of a bike. They are absolutely mental. The power on it is ridiculous. Personally, it's a bit too much power for, unless you got the Super Duke R, I think it is. That's just mental.
The 1290 Super Duke R.
Yeah, absolutely mental. But they are still plagued with problems, and it's a shame because if they sorted themselves out, they are wicked bikes. The SAS, the Super Adventure S is amazing.
So one of my friends, he's got the SAS, and his wife has got the Super Duke.
Okay.
He hates that she's got that bike.
What, he prefers it?
Oh yeah, he loves that bike.
Are they that different? I know that obviously the Super Adventure is bigger and the bar sort of thing, but the engines, I'm sure they're like the same engine, aren't they?
I think they are. I think they might just be tuned slightly different.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because of how much lighter it is and more nimble, and you can really flick it around and have some real good fun on it. But then, I don't know. I do like the KTMs. I really do. I like the look of them. I like how they sound.
I do. It's just if I knew they would be reliable, and that's awful to say, I know, because they're a great brand. They've got a niche market. A lot of the people that have them, they enjoy them, and they kind of laugh along with it as well, saying that it's they have issues for it. But Ben Green is saying 100% go for a Street Fighter. Is there any reason you're saying that, Ben? I'm sure you've just bought one, haven't you? You sod.
If I could afford one, I would.
Yeah.
If money was no object, I'd buy a V4S Panigale that would just sit in front of my TV in the house. I'd never ride it, and I'd buy a V4S Street Fighter that I would ride.
Could you really park it and not ride it?
Yeah, 100%.
I'd have to ride it, mate. My neighbour's got one. It's amazing.
I would kill myself on it. And I'm not spending that amount of money on a bike to even think about putting any chips or any damage or anything onto it. It's just going to get parked in the living room, and it will just get polished every single day.
There you go. Like that.
I would trade the wife and the kids for a Panigale.
There she comes.
She stopped watching. It's all right.
That's all right then. A lot of people are saying the different bikes. We've got the Duke 170. Yeah, Duke's got 170 horsepower. The SAS has got 160. The BMW XR. Now, Bill, that is a bike that would suit you down to the ground because that is a inline four, very linear power, like your Fireblade, but it's in a, I'm not going to say adventure shell, but it's got a sports tourer shell to it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, she's got you. She's got you again.
I'll sleep down there tonight. Yeah.
I wouldn't swap it. You'll be sleeping in front of a makeup mirror. You'll wake up in the morning, you have makeup drawn all over you. That's what it's going to be.
Probably.
But yeah, no, Bill, that's the XR. I think that is very much a bike you should definitely try if you can do. Because that would be, I think that would suit you down to the ground. It really would, because it will give you everything you want, but you won't have the sore wrist, mate. You can get home and you can enjoy, whatever you want when you get home.
So Fasty, as I think he's just sold his XR actually. So any information on one, I would recommend getting in contact with him. He's had one for a number of years now.
Interesting. What's he ride now?
He hasn't released it yet.
Okay, Fasty. If
I've got a funny feeling I know what it is, but I don't. I'm not gonna. Well,
You
I'm
don't
not
want
going
to
to say anything.
Don't
No.
want to say. Fasty, if you're watching still, what made you get rid of the XR? Was there a reason you wanted to get rid of it, or is it because you're getting this new one, whatever it is? That'd be interesting to know. Nigel has said, worst 2 bikes he's ever ridden, R18 BMW and a GPS 750 Turbo. Wow, I haven't actually rode the GPZ 750 Turbo. They were Widowmakers at the best of times. They're absolutely freaking mental things.
Monsters.
Yeah, but the R18 I have rode, and I rode it for, I kid you not, less than 3 miles. I turned around, I took it back, I went, nah, it's not for me. It was just like the vibration. I mean, we joke about Harley riders and their engines. This thing was just horrendous. He got rid of it because I beat him on my VFR. I like that. But no, I'm going to go with Nigel on that one. The R18, nah, not for me. It was disgusting. He had one. Nigel had one for 2 years. Never went round bends. Just straight. Yeah. Love it. Yeah, no, actually, that's going to be my worst one I've ever rode was the R18. That's the only bike because most of us now, we can jump on any bike and we can enjoy it. You know, we'll understand it's a different bike and whatever. But no, that bike, I just didn't get it. It's a phenomenal engine. 1800 cc. It's a big thumping engine, big, massive, huge thing, and it goes like hell. But nah, it weren't for me. I'm not even going to read that one out, Fasty. I'm not going to.
He's got 2 seconds before me.
Oh dear. Right, I think there was a couple of comments I saw. Going back a little bit that I wanted to read out, and it was about modifications. So what is your go-to first modification on your bike? So whatever bike you get I don't know, you got your Fireblade, you got your Twin. What was the first thing you said? Right, I need to change this. What was it? Hang on. No. So yeah, no. Bless her, she's brilliant. Yeah, go. What's your first mod that you go for? Steve, let's start with you.
Oh, I'll go for something very, very simple. Is obviously I need a sat nav on the bike.
Yes.
So first thing I'm going to do is I always get an automatic add-on case. There's no promotions there. I think they are outstanding bits of kit.
Yeah, good bits of kit.
So I have it all wired into the bike. That would be the first thing I do. I mean,
on
the Twin
as well as holding it.
Yeah. I mean, the Twin. Normally, I would say exhaust. That'd be normally the first thing I ever do. But regards to the Twin, I think the standard exhaust is loud enough, and I think it sounds beautiful.
It does sound nice, mate. I'll be honest with you. It really just. That's it. Yeah, one there for you, Steve. Stabilizers.
I do need stabilizers. Yeah.
Radiator guards, that's a good one to be fair.
Yes, that was going to be mine, I'll be honest with you. The radiator guards, because it still baffles me that a standard, they don't come with some sort of radiator guard. And they're going to say it's something to do with the airflow and keeping
Oh God,
the
what she just wrote.
What has she wrote?
I don't know. She's just burst out laughing, and that's all I could hear.
Probably because of Moisty's comment, that one there.
Oh, it's the stabilizers one.
I thought it was that one.
No.
Nigel parachute.
Parachute. No, radiator guards, I find that they are so simple, they're so easy, and they solve so many problems. If you get a stone in your radiator and it pops it, that's 300, 400, 500 quid easily, and it stops your ride dead. So it's crazy why they don't do that.
I'd say headlight protection for a GS as well.
Yes, well, for any bike nowadays, because especially now you're getting into these LED lights.
Yeah.
Although the glass is they say it's separate, it's not. If I didn't have a headlight protector on mine and you get a stone in it, that's a 900 quid unit.
Yeah.
And for the sake of, I mean, you can get ones that are 20 quid right the way up to 180 quid if you really want to spend that much money. Yeah, again, it's all about protecting your bike. And so, yeah, some sort of protection, whether it's radiator guard or crash guards or whatever it may be. Bill, what's yours? You're going to say exhaust, aren't you?
No, well, I was going to say a stupidly loud exhaust system.
Yeah.
But you know when I bought the Honda Fireblade, it came with Oxford heated grips. I've never had heated grips in my life, and now that's a game changer. I love Oxford heated grips. So the first thing I do is Oxford heated grips, followed by a sat nav holder, followed by a stupid exhaust system.
Sat nav holder or phone holder? Do you have sat nav?
Oh, phone holder even, yeah.
Yeah.
I just bought that Oxford stuff, but my God, it's like 150 quid and like total for all that stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Have you looked into heated clothing yet? Because don't get me wrong, that I will not knock heated grips. They are great. But if you jump in from bike to bike, you know, it's a pain in the backside.
True.
Whereas set of heated gloves, all your problems are solved. And you're not just heating the palm of your hand either, you're heating the whole everywhere, up to pretty much there.
Yeah. Because which ones have you got? You got the Gerbing? I got the Kawasaki. I start heated clothing. That's a bloody good thing. I mean, it's not necessarily a bike mods per speak, but it's something you plug into your bike and whatever. Yes, get ECU flash on your Fireblade. So I had the Kai's heated vest, which was great, but I found that because it came with a battery pack and I didn't want to plug it into the bike at the time, I just found that it wasn't for me. It wasn't heated. It was nice, but then it would very quickly die. Then I found out you could plug it in. Great. Then I got the heated jacket. Oh my God. It is like a bath. It is just beautiful. It's all around your neck. It's right the way down your arm. And obviously you can add the gloves on and things as well.
I do socks, trousers, jacket and gloves now.
Which everyone says, you're riding a bike in temperatures like that. I says, well, yeah, because if that's the only thing that's going to stop me going out on the bike is it's a bit cold, well, then that's it. I can now enjoy the bike in whatever weather I want. It's brilliant. It is amazing. So yes, heated grips are great. Then I had the GS, which has got the heated seat, which I never knew I wanted.
Heated
seat. Do you know what? I never knew I'd like that. And I actually, when I spec the bike, I was like, no, I don't need that. Oh, it comes with it, sir. Oh, well, I'll have it. Didn't even turn it on. Then the first time I turned it on, it was just kicking strips. Have you ever done it in a car? Just put the heated seat on, and it just that warms you up. It's it's amazing. So yes, that is an amazing thing. And then of course, heated jacket, heated gloves, heated bloody everything. Now you can get
all that stuff. You know, all the heated clothing. Does that all get run by the bike, or is it all on a little battery that just?
No,
you can do either. The best way of doing it, if you've got the jacket or the the bit with the gloves as well as this and whatever, definitely run it off your bike. Otherwise, it will run off a battery, but for about half an hour. So it depends how long your commute is or whatever.
Each battery is about 90 quid as well. Yeah, they're stupidly expensive.
For the sake of plug it into your bike, and that you just have to get the right fuse for the
right. I was going to say, just like the jacket plug into the trousers, and then that all just plugs into one into the bike.
All interlinked. Everything interlinks. Yeah.
It's amazing. It comes with a Bluetooth controller as well now, which is good. So you can control how hot you want it and all that.
All you have is a little wire sticking out the bottom of your jacket, and then obviously depending on how you wire it into your bike, plug it in. You just got heat. One controller controls everything.
That comment is hilarious. A heated jigsaw. Yeah, do you know what? It is, but it changed the way I see biking now, and it's great. And as you said, you can take it from bike to bike, and it's great.
That's the best thing.
No, so that's good. Wow, we've covered quite a lot today, boys, haven't we? Right,
1,500. Jesus,
for a headlight.
My old CB500 was half the price of that.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Do any of you to use actual sat navs as opposed to just your phone?
No.
See, I've got a second. Before we upgraded our phones, my old phone now acts as my sat nav.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because I've got the BMW sat nav and I've got my phone, and I'll be completely open and honest with you, unless I've got the GPX route, which I can then put into the sat nav, I don't bloody use it. I honestly don't. I find that the Google Maps is smoother, quicker, and as long as you've got good data on your bike, it's absolutely fine.
I'll tell you what I used the other day though. I used that Moto app.
That's what I use.
Controversial. Controversial. What do you think?
I use
liked it, but the only thing I found is it drained my battery on my phone within like half an hour. My phone was dead. I don't know if that's the same with yours, but mine is an old phone, so it killed my battery straight away. But if you use Google Maps, it's fine.
I don't know. I've got my phone wired into the bike, so it's constantly got charge. But I use Moto quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I mainly use it just to track my rides.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Tracking your ride is brilliant. I mean, there's loads of apps now for tracking your rides, but yeah, Kalimoto is good with that because it shows you quite a lot of feedback. People are saying Waze is good. I like Waze because it gives you the updates for police and the traffic and all that sort of thing. The Nav 6 is good for the other features. Yeah, I find that the other features I use far more than that, to be fair. But Waze is brilliant. Waze is a really good app because it's used by a lot of people who they use it for the same reason we're using it, to update people. So if they're driving, whatever, and they see an incident, press a button and it's updated for everyone. Kalimoto is dog shit. I use.
There's a lot I hate for Kalimoto.
I know. I've only used it a couple of times, but when it was in its early stages, so I can't comment. I haven't used it recently.
Yeah, I will admit it. I don't like the fact that it's not live. That is one thing I don't like.
Okay, you can pay to make it live, though, can't you?
I don't know. I'll get the free. I'll just use the free version.
Cheapskate. Cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Out for now.
You need to mess with the route setting. Yeah, Kalimoto. I mean,
are you Steve the twat now?
You are sleeping on the couch tonight, mate. She is not happy with you.
Welcome to married life.
Yeah. Well, you should do a reality show with you two. That would be fantastic. I'd watch that. I tell you.
That comment at the bottom, that's interesting because that's what I liked about Kalimoto, where it says he took down some very dodgy back roads. That's what I enjoyed about the Kalimoto. Is it was single track, bendy, middle of nowhere. But I quite like that about the Kalimoto.
I had Kalimoto to take food stamps payments.
Oh, we need to get Fasty on here. Kalimoto I had to stop using because I was using that initially when I was doing the group rides. And of course, if you've got people who are quite new to biking or 125s or on out and out sports bikes, and you end up taking them down what can only be described as green lane. Yeah, exactly. Nah, it doesn't. It's just not going to happen.
Are they going to learn then?
See, this is another thing I would love to say. I find that if I do a ride out, I will always sneak in a little back road or something because one, it's character building. And yes, they may complain about it and things, but if it's a little bit of gravel, a little bit of green moss or something in the road, and they get that little twitch, they'll learn to control it. They'll learn, little things like that. Obviously, I won't take them up bloody hard knock pass or something just to teach them that sort of thing. There's a super twisty route. I ended up in a farmer's field. Yeah, when you're getting chased away with a shotgun, that's when you know it's time to do a U-turn and come back. Kalimoto is like the Lidl of apps. Yeah, because you go down the middle aisle in Lidl, end up coming out with a giraffe or something stupid. I don't know. It's amazing. More like riverbeds as well. Right, boys, what can I say? We've been on for nearly 2 hours. I think we've covered a lot of things today. There is far more things that we could go through, but we'll save that for another time, I think. I think it's been brilliant having you both on.
Thank you for having us on.
Hey, listen, no worries. We may have new people on next time. You're always welcome to come back on next time. I definitely want to get people like Peaky. I'd love to get him on one of my lives. We're going to get Fasty, if he fancies it, joining us. And anyone else that's listening or watching, guys, if you have a desire to come and chat absolute shit to us about bikes and all things biking, then please do. It'd be interesting to know what everyone thinks. If everyone thinks it's been a good live, then great. Let us know. And do not forget to subscribe to, not that way, subscribe to the channel here and subscribe. Hang on, where's he gone? Subscribe to him and subscribe to him. Bill, what's your channel?
Bill Kinsey.
Easy as that. That's great, isn't it? And Steve, what's your channel?
Carts Wheels.
Fantastic. And of course, we are Midlands Motorbikers. Tonight, guys, it's been brilliant. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all the next one.
See you later, guys.
Yeah. Cheers.